Good morning, everyone. This is Financial Literacy 101. So, my portfolio, as you can tell, family, is not doing so well. But I would tell you this as I'm looking at my portfolio, losing $430 on a day, roughly around 2%, I'm going to do something that you probably wouldn't think I would do. Listen. So a lot of people who are either beginning investors or novice investors, the one thing that they will potentially do when they start to see their stock portfolio decline is start to sell. Now, you've heard this from many people in your life, as well as on the internet, social media, etc. They can tell you to continue to buy, buy, buy. But for some reason, even some of my closest friends, when they look at the amount that the stock market is losing, and also futures, as well as we'll get into some news stories, how the feds are going to continue to raise the rates, which actually they believe it helps to decrease inflation, but essentially you are assisting in inflation. I digress there. But nonetheless, there's these indicators, analysis, and metrics and information that you will go over to let you know that the stock market is still not doing well. The economy is still in economic shambles, okay, financial shambles. But you can just look at your own portfolio. Then a lot of you may not have a personal investment portfolio, but maybe you have a 401k, a IRA of some sort, and you're looking at the amount of money that you're losing, right? Most people don't look at percentages, but I tell people to look on the focus of percentages over time, not so much the money, because that allowed you to move your money um, very educationally based upon historical information on how you invest. What am I talking about? When you look at your 401k and you look at these stocks that you guys are investing with your companies, ask those companies, ask the people who are holding on to your 401k, whether it be Fidelity, Charles Schwab, Vanguard, etc. Ask them, is there any potential way that you can move some investments? Some of these 401ks, 403bs are locked into a certain amount of stocks because, again, I told you this before, a lot of your 401ks give kickbacks to the company because when you work for these large organizations, any organization really over 500 employees, they kind of garnish and they have these contracts with these large investment conglomerates where they invest in a certain amount of stocks that one supposed to be low in cost, but no, you always have costs when you're dealing with active management funds, okay? Your mutual funds, they also put them into certain packages where they're going to get commission prices, hidden fees, etc. So you have to watch out for that as well, family. But again, if you're personally investing, the one thing I'm going to tell you to do is continue to invest. I know you like the economy is bad. My stock portfolio is going down. My 401k is looking bad. My individual IRA is looking bad. But I will tell you to continue to invest. Now, when I look at my 3-month period here, I should be in a surplus. I made around $3,000 in the past 3 months. But again, you have to look at those percentages. You have to look at those dollar amounts. So in the past month, I lost around $800. The past week, we can do a tally. Let's just say that's around $2,000. So roughly, I'm still up around $600 when I look at the past 3 months because I'm taking the amount of money I've made and the amount of money that I lost. But again, I have no intentions on selling anything. And every now and again, the family, every now and again, it's absolutely fine for you to take a pause. I didn't say stop, a pause for investing. I've done it. I've done a month. I've done 2 months, right? Just kind of looking at the way the market is moving. Should I buy call options or should I buy put options? Lately, I've been given the advice of do not buy call options because the stock market, as you can tell, the largest indicator, the largest information analysis that you can ever find is looking at your own personal portfolio, especially if you are well diversified. And I don't mean that you have 50 shares in this stock, 50 shares in that stock. No, if you look at my portfolio right here, let me blow this up. I'm investing in Dogecoin. These are my cryptocurrencies. As you can see, Bitcoin. I have Neo, Plug Energy, Apple, Growth Generation, Tesla. This is the Vanguard Technology, Triple Q, Blink Charging, Coinbase, Skills, 3D Printing, Squarespace, Robinhood, Berkshire B, another Vanguard stock, Oracle, Duolingo, Amazon, Snap, Goldman Sachs, Meta, which is Facebook. I'm all over the map. Google, SoFi, VGT, another Vanguard stock, Global Site. And I think this is the only one I really have like 100 shares of. And this is the one I'm making the most money on. I kind of lucked up with that one. I kind of did a little bit of research there. And I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and buy 100 shares of this because at the time it was down. We can actually look at this one very quickly. Okay, Global Star. It says my average cost was $1.50. My total return is $23.50, which is again somewhat to be peanut, but I'm up 15%. And I tell people anything over 10% is doing good. Anything over 20% is doing excellent. So you always have to look at your stock portfolio every now and again. Then some of you guys can actually exercise what they call dollar cost averaging, where no matter what's going on in the market, you're going to allocate $50, $100, $150, because most people would tell you outside of real estate, if you don't own and operate your own business, investing is one of the most ways where you can build wealth blindly, like passively, blindly invest. What I mean, not just investing in any stock or share that you probably just looked upon or one of your buddies or one of your girlfriends is investing in. No, I always tell people when you are a beginning investor, Nova investor, invest in index funds, index and ETF funds, those exchange traded funds. Again, a lot of your 401ks, unfortunately, as well as your 403bs, your IRAs, whether it be a traditional or Roth, they're investing you guys in mutual funds, and mutual funds have all sorts of hidden fees. Now, with that being said, let's go over and let's look at some of the news of how the stock market is actually doing right now. So it says stock market live update, stock futures stumble as Fed meetings gets underway. And the Feds is basically coming out with information saying they're going to raise the rates again. And again, we're just going to read headlines. I know most likely you should go and read the story to get those details about what's truly going on. But this is a quick synopsis of how the market and economy is actually moving at the time. It states here that Bitcoin regains 19K. Ether rises as FOMC meeting nears. And when it comes to Bitcoin, if you didn't really get in at a low price point, a lot of us without Bitcoin are still down. We really haven't made any money. So again, I think traditional financial markets are fighting against the cryptocurrency market because there have been a lot of cryptocurrency millionaires and billionaires. I'm talking about in a day. These are the people who, when Bitcoin first came out in 2011, invested more than $100, and they got a return of 3.3 million on every $100 they was invested in, minus the amount that they actually invested. 3.3 million. That's a lot of money to invest $100. But those are those pioneers who actually believe in the way of the future of cryptocurrencies. And for quite some time, family, there has been movies and shows that showed us how these financial markets were essentially turned. We've seen all these futuristic movies where they didn't have coins, they didn't have dollars, everything was digital. So eventually, family, I don't know if it's going to be part of my lifetime, which I think I'm going to live at least to be 80. Cross your fingers. But I really think that these markets are going to turn digital currency because already most people I know, you mostly deal with digital currency already, whether it be your credit card, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Zelle. You are already doing transactions where everything is digital. You're really touching money. Every now and again, I like to keep a good amount of notes on me. Can't really say it's money, but notes from the Federal Reserve, which are dollars, to go around. And I like to tip people in actual dollars because they had that money on hand versus waiting for the transaction of digital currency to be approved and then thus being deposited to their own bank accounts. Let me move on. Benzinga says Bitcoin, Ethereum nosedive, 455 million liquidated from crypto marketing. And let me also tell you about cryptocurrencies as well, because it's very important. Did you know there's hundreds, if not thousands, of businesses with these cryptocurrency mining facilities? These cryptocurrency mining facilities, where the entire facility are these mega computers who are going and mining for cryptocurrencies digitally. They're not going inside of some sort of mine, digging up fossil fuels or rocks or anything like that. They actually have these large supercomputers, right? And they're using all types of quantum computers. They're cooling with liquid nitrogen because they are mining cryptocurrency. So the amount of money that these companies are forking into these facilities are millions of dollars, but they're getting is twice as much money back from mining their own cryptocurrencies. They jumped on it very, very quickly. So that's why crypto mining is very lucrative on a large scale. Like you and I, maybe we have a computer or two. We try to connect these computers so we can crypto mine. It will probably take you about 3 years to really get one cryptocurrency. Think about that, okay? It says the housing market is about to be hammered. I don't know what they mean by the housing market is about to be hammered. In some ways or not, it's already been hammered when you really think about it, family. You was out just recently within the past year trying to buy a house. And you're like, wait a minute, this house last year was $250,000. Now this house is $400,000. What are they talking about? Now I can go into the story, but I just kind of want you guys to get the feel of the market and how things are essentially moving. Okay. These things are very important. I see we have Jermaine Anderson in the room as well as Focus Willis. Good morning to you guys. Okay. Good morning. Let's see. Asian markets trade higher. Japan's inflation near 8-year high. China keeps benchmark leading rate unchanged. There's some other information here I wanted you guys to see. Elon Musk is still predicting that the economy is still doing bad. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to clown the richest man in the world, but Elon Musk is not a prediction, okay? Everybody knows the economy is doing bad. And a lot of us still know that the economy is not turning for the better anytime soon. But I really wanted to find those news stories because I just thought it was funny that Elon Musk would say things like that, okay? Let me see if I can just scroll down very quickly and find those stories I was looking at today about the Feds raising the rates. Give me 1 second. Here we go. It says the Feds is now expected to keep raising rates, then hold them there. Okay. And that's what some CNBC survey shows. Okay. Peloton adds $31.95 row machine to fitness machine lineup. And if you were to ask me, should you invest in Peloton? I would tell you no. That's just my opinion. I wouldn't invest in Peloton. I don't really think you will make any money anytime soon. Peloton did very well during the pandemic. I mean, even Bowflex did very well. You know why? Because my wife and I, we built a Bowflex gym in our 4th bedroom because we didn't have anyone in there. We didn't have a bed in there. We had all this extra space. Like, hey, let's throw in a couple of $1,000. We can save money from going to the gym, because at that time we were like, COVID, people not wearing masks, but let's just go and build a little small gym, worked out there. But now we're back in the gym and most people are going back to the gym. So Peloton is not doing so well. Very, very few people are buying Pelotons. They're like, why would I buy a Peloton for $3,000-$4,000 and I'll just spend $3,000 going for the gym for 3 years? That's my Peloton. Because after a while, all of these things break down, whereas the gym keep all of their equipment updated and fixed and maintenance, okay? It also states here, stock market news live update, stock futures stumble as Fed meetings gets underway. So the Feds are still thinking about raising the rates once again. So these are the things that we really need to keep our eyes to the street. Let's just take a further look into this. And it states here again that they're beginning to raise the rates. It says how much pain? Fed to signal more rate hikes ahead. Okay. So that's basically saying things are going to become more expensive. Now, I know Biden just signed something into law. I forgot the official name of the Anti-Inflation Act. I don't know what it's called officially, but nonetheless, A lot of analysts, financial analysts, are stating that that may cause deflation. I talked about deflation before. Um, Deflation to me it has me kind of twisted, meaning that it's good for you and I, but bad for the overall economy. Things can never become too cheap where businesses are not making money, right? I want you to think about that. A lot of us in America, when we are not financially savvy, we thinking because of certain political parties, certain rhetoric, that businesses shouldn't make money. Yes, businesses should make money. They should make a profit. This is the only way businesses grow. No one is in business to break even. Okay, because guess what? If you are if you start a business and you break even, think about that. Would you ever make any money? How could you do any more than what you're already doing? Let's take, for instance, you start a business with $10. You start a business with $10, and that business grows to $100, and you have employees, and you have to spend $100 for transactional, paying your employees, products, logistics. We're just using a very low number. But you make 100, you have to spend 100. You have no profit. And matter of fact, you're actually $100 in the hole or $10 in the hole, because guess what? You have no money coming in. So it's important that businesses make money. Why? Because that is how you get a bonus every year. That is how you get a raise every year or a couple of years. That is how you get promoted. That's the only way these things occur, family, if businesses actually occur a profit. Now, there are some businesses out there that do some very immoral and unethical things to make a dollar, and those businesses should be fined, especially when they're breaking the law in some form or fashion, and they know that they're breaking the law. Yeah. They should definitely be fined in some form or fashion. But family, we shouldn't be anti-business. We shouldn't be anti-profit. And then some people are going to get into the capitalism conversation. This is in the same wheelhouse, but is this a little bit different? In order for things to occur in America, for us to be the most richest nation, the most prosperous nation in the world, some people would argue that as well. But in order for that to occur, businesses must make a profit. That's the only way things grow in America. What am I talking about? So when you're talking about deflation, and these organizations and businesses set a price for a product, then they start to accumulate more stock in the inventory than what they plan. They have to pay for stock shelves in any store, any factory. Other things are being slow because of logistics, and now they have all these additional items that they plan on these things being sold. Now they have to sell these things under the price in which they set for in order to make a profit. So in order not to take a loss, they have to damn near set the price to a point where they're breaking even so they won't lose. But eventually that reverses the cycle, and then they will begin to lose because the amount of money it takes to order, create, ship, and store, they will eventually start to decline in the percentages of the money that they will make. Then what happens to that business? That business goes under. Take, for instance, remember Pier 1? Remember Pier 1? Yeah, Pier 1's out of business. You remember Sears and Roebuck? Yeah, out of business. So all of these, when you look at historically how business go under, these are one of the tall tale signs. So we shouldn't be happy because things are cheaper necessarily. Yeah, things shouldn't be super expensive. Like, these organic eggs was $5 and they're $10. That's stupid, right? That's totally egregious for some damn eggs. But nonetheless, things will increase with inflation, and then things will decrease with deflation. And the economy is like a living entity, right? You have to feed it, and then you also have to really figure out, and no one really has their hand on the economy or how things will occur. And that's why the government, politics, big business try to interject, try to do these different things to try to control the market. No one can control the market because guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You are the market. Everything is based upon the consumer, right? And I told people this. The entire economy is based on people buying and selling things. That's it. When people stop buying things, the economy goes down. When people stop selling things because people are not buying things, the economy goes down. In order for this economy beast, this living animal of the economy, in order for all of us to make money in our investments account, in our retirement account, in order for us to get raises and bonuses on our jobs, or for you to give raises and bonuses to your employees, buying and selling must continue. Because when those things occurs, it affects the entire economy. Because the American economy was built upon capitalism, okay? It's built upon profit. When these things start to slow, guess what, family? When you stop buying and selling products because you simply don't have the money, guess who's also affected? Everyone in logistics, because products are not moving. Take, for instance, Amazon. Amazon is an e-commerce business that's dealt in cloud software with AWS and logistics and all the shipping that they do for themselves and other companies. Guess what? If no one's buying and selling, jobs from Amazon will go away. Amazon employs over 1 million people worldwide. I want you to think about that. Not the people worldwide, but here in the United States of America. How many people will lose their job because the economy has been inflated by a lot of bad decisions from big businesses and politics? Okay. And that's why I always tell people, a lot of people always try to justify why they're a Republican. That's why people try to justify why they are a Democrat. Just be apolitical. That's just my opinion, family. Just be apolitical. Don't take a side, because you will start to compromise your position if you have a brain. If you're a mindless idiot, not trying to insult anyone, if you're a mindless idiot, you just go with, because I'm a Democrat, I'm just going to go with the Democrats say. If I'm a Republican, I'm just go with the Republicans say. Then you're a mindless idiot. You're a zombie. You're just going to follow your master. Okay? So this is the state of the economy. But if I was you, my advice to everyone, I will continue to buy. I will continue to buy stocks and just wait. Because even from the Great Depression of 1929, from the Great Recession of 2008, 2009, the stock market has always come roaring back. And again, family, this time next year, I will hope that it wouldn't take this long, but hopefully this is a different type of video when we're talking about how I told you that the stock market will come back. But I'm going to hold on. I'm going to hold on to this bike that's going down the hill with no lug nuts inside the wheel. Who knows what bump would knock me off or kilter me and fall and break my back. But nonetheless, I'm going to hold on. I'm going to continue to buy stocks. Because again, during this time, family, believe it or not, stocks are on sale. Definitely stocks are on sale. Now, a lot of you have been following me for quite some time now. And if you look at my NEO, yeah, you've seen where I've made $10,000 off of NEO. And now you're looking at my portfolio. You're like, Ross, what happened? Let me tell you. NEO, that's what happened. They first was the number one car manufacturer and had the highest sales in China. And now I'm down 45% at approximately, what's that, $1,200. Okay. Yeah, not doing so well. But again, this is kind of a small synopsis of my entire portfolio. And the red means I'm losing. The green means I'm doing well. So Plug Power, I'm up, what, 4.75%. Let me look at overall. So with Plug Power, overall, I'm up 4.64. It's fluctuating as the market is live right now. So I'm just going to round it up to 5%, but I'm up 160 something dollars. Okay. So that's good. Okay. Again, you know me, family, bare minimum, I would like to make around 10% per share. Definitely 20% is always my aim. But again, the economy is doing some sort of long correction. Again, I told you, and I've been telling you this throughout the entire year, we are in a recession. But for you guys who are still thriving with your businesses, with your real estate, or you still have a steady income coming in, don't stop investing. Okay. The market has always showed us that it will turn back. And I'm going to tell you, this is the real reason. And I've said this plenty of times before. Rich people like to be rich. Rich people like to be rich. So believe me, there's a lot of things that's happening behind the scenes for the economy to turn around so rich people become richer. And guess what? You can profit off their greed. You can profit off their greed. That's why analysis and looking at trends and historical trends are important, right? Because I tell people, if you're trying to make money, because some people are like, oh, my stock went up this day, my stock went down that day. Listen, if you're a long-term investor like me, you're going to hold what you have, okay? And you're going to shed some stocks every now and again, maybe to get inside of other opportunities. Maybe I've seen people cash out 25% of their portfolio to start their own business, to buy real estate, to buy an 18-wheeler, right? But they still have a stock portfolio. If you're trying to make money each and every day, please look into option trading. Please look into option trading. Because I can tell you right now, if you have a regular job or you're running a business, day trading is not for you. I promise you, day trading is not for you. You may luck up once or twice, but eventually you're going to start to lose. Now, in order for you to be a Mensa, meaning a very intelligent day trader, it takes time in order to get to that level. And those guys probably make what? No more than 3 or 4 trades a day, but they're actually moving large values of shares. We're talking about 1,000, 2,000, 10,000 shares. And these are worth millions of dollars. So it takes time to get to that level. So if you have that time and that type of money, then go ahead and invest in day trading because you can make a lot of money there. But then again, day trading incur a lot of fees, mostly taxes. So you have to be careful with that as well. But for everyday guys, everyday women, guess what? This is probably the way you want to go. Have long-term investments in index and ETF funds, right? Maybe some shares in personal stocks, okay? Those ones that you know of, those ones that you may have, like Apple, you have an Apple phone, you have an Apple Watch, you have Apple Pod, you got Apple Mac, Apple this, Apple that, I this, I that, or you have a Google Pixel or Google Buds and Google Watch about to come out and Google that. Then these are the companies that some of you guys should invest in, the companies that you actually have, right? Why not invest in companies that you trust and believe in, that you actually have products from? Like me, these are HP 8K monitors. These are Logitech 4K monitors. Those are some of the things, all these different stocks that you literally have in front of your face. Like some of you guys may have Sony TVs and Samsung TVs, right? And LG TVs. Why not looking to invest in the companies that you actually buy from? Because when you buy a TV, when you buy a computer, when you buy a monitor, when you buy a car, you are investing in that brand. You are a part of that company's success or that company's failure. You see what I'm talking about? Because think about it. If you were to take, for instance, you want to invest in Toyota. So you go and buy Toyota stock, but when you go buy a new car, you go buy Ford. Huh? No, 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 no. If I am investing in Toyota, I'm going to go invest in Toyota and buy a Toyota car because that increases the sales of Toyota, which help the Toyota stock. Hopefully you guys are getting what I'm getting at. This is Financial Literacy 101. Learn money and be inspired. I may come on today and do a video called Black Representation, but no compensation. I'm out.